Hey everybody, KC here. Hope you had a great weekend. This morning I want to tell you the story of a little bakery in my Connecticut town that I think has found a formula for success. Wouldn't be a formula that would work for everybody. For them it works, and I think there are retailers out there that might want to focus on one, two, or all three of these particular approaches in terms of connecting with their consumers. Now, flour, water, salt, basically, they've been around for a number of years. They used to just bake for local restaurants. Then they opened a consumer business, and basically they had a limited number of SKUs. You'd go in, they'd open at 7 o'clock in the morning. They would be open until they ran out of stuff, right? And we used to come here occasionally. It wasn't a big deal. It was sort of a nice to have, okay? When the pandemic hit and most restaurants closed, and there certainly wasn't the kind of call on the restaurant side for their products, they decided they had to change their business model. So what they did is now they're only open 3 days a week, okay? And what you do is if you want to buy from them, you have to go on their website the day before. They start selling at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, okay? You place and pay for your order and you pick a pickup time for the next day. And what they do is they hand it to you through that window. Now, it's really interesting. The three things they're really focusing on is, number one, quality, okay? The quality is outstanding. I'll tell you something. The best sourdough bread I have ever had. So it's unbelievably great. Okay, that's number one. Number two is they have a limited number of SKUs. There may be a dozen, 14 items that they have. One or two kinds of bread, one or two kinds of croissants. They have an amazing cinnamon bun, but they don't have a lot of different SKUs. They're focusing on quality, and they're focusing on a limited number of items. And then, within the number of items that they have, they don't bake that much, okay? So they run out at a certain point. Let me tell you something. I've gone on at 2:30 in the afternoon and they're already sold out of cinnamon buns. So what they do is they create this atmosphere where you have to get on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon if you're going to get what you want for the next day, okay? So quality, limited SKUs, scarcity of products within that product line. Really, really smart. Now listen, this wouldn't work for everybody, okay? Not everybody would want to be in this business. But what these guys have managed to do is turn what for us was a nice to have into a must have. 2 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the time I want to go online if I want to buy their products, and I'm doing it at least once a week. Now, I don't know if this behavior will sustain itself once sort of the pandemic has receded a little bit and we're back to more normal shopping habits, but I think they will. I think they've created a habit in me, and they've established for me that this is something that really improves the quality of my life. And let me tell you, when you're not spending a lot of money on things other than food and maybe vodka, a little bit more money for a great loaf of bread is a really, really good investment. And that's a lesson I think that a lot of food retailers could teach their customers. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. As always, I want to hear what's on your mind.